Swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this case is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you very much.
And sir, can you state your name?
Norman Howard.
And what's your rank?
Corporal.
And Corporal Howard, where are you employed?
Gwinnett County Police Department.
How many years have you been with Gwinnett County Police?
24 years.
And for your whole 24 years with Gwinnett County, have you been post-certified with full arrest powers in the state of Georgia?
Yes.
And currently with Gwinnett County Police, what is your job?
I'm part of the computer forensics lab.
What does the computer forensic lab do?
Take in mobile devices, computers, and extract data from them.
How long have you had that position?
Several years now.
Did you have that position back in the summer of 2022?
Yes.
Did you have that position back in February of 2023?
Yes.
You said you take in devices. Tell us how you process those devices.
Say, for example, a cell phone comes in. We usually get it in the evidence bag. Sometimes it's raw, just got from the scene. We'll take photographs of it with a measuring device and then document what we see as far as this, if there's a serial number we can see, an IMEI number that we can see, we'll put that all in our report.
And do you have specialized training to do that type of work?
Yes.
Tell us about that training you have.
Certified through Cellbrite, which is basically a vendor that gives training. Then we have their hardware and software that we use in order to extract that data from devices.
So Cellbrite is one of the machines that allows you to access those devices?
It does.
And is Cellbrite, what type of devices can you access through Cellbrite?
Cell phones, drones, SD cards.
What about to access laptops or computers? What type of equipment or training do you have for that?
That one's through a company called Magnet Forensics. They're basically software, again, that will be able to pull the data, extract the data off of it, ingest it, basically make it human readable so everybody can see what they're looking for and search across that media.
What is, tell us some of the types of data that come on a cell phone that you can look at or law enforcement can look at?
Text messages, pictures, videos, sometimes GPS coordinates.
Also call logs?
Call logs, yes.
What about internet usage or web searches?
Yes.
What about data for apps? Can you access that?
Sometimes, yes.
Can you see deleted data?
Sometimes.
So if a text message is sent and later deleted in my call log, could you sometimes see that?
Yes.
What about photos or videos that are sometimes deleted?
Yes.
When you get that data from a device, is there any way is that data accurate, or is there any way for you to alter it?
No.
During your career, you said you've done this for several years. Do you know how many?
Exactly for forensics? No.
Okay. Before you did computer forensics for the police department, what did you do?
I worked the road.
Is that as a patrol officer?
Yes.
Do you know during your career with Gwinnett County Police approximately how many cell phones that you have analyzed?
Hundreds.
What about laptops? Do you know how many laptops or computers?
Probably the same, yeah.
So multiple, several hundred we're talking?
Yes.
And when you you said you measure the phone and take pictures, how do you actually get the data from it?
Okay, well, if we have the code, we'll plug it in, make a pairing, kind of like if you pair a Bluetooth with your phone, it makes that connection. Once it makes the connection to, depending if we use a Gray Key box or a Cellbrite box, it'll allow the data extraction. There'll be client software that's loaded in order to tell the phone, this is what I want, and then it gives it to it.
Okay, you said a Gray Key box or a Cellbrite box?
Yes. Gray Key is the same thing as Cellbrite, except it does more by if we don't have the code, and then it can pull data off that way.
Okay, so the code you're talking about, the security code to get into a phone.
Correct.
So you can access a phone with or without the security code?
Sometimes, yes.
And those software and devices that you use to access the phones, are those specific for law enforcement purposes?
Yes.
And back in February of 2023, did you get a request to forensically access several devices for the Miles Bryant case?
Yes.
How many, or what devices did you get requested to review?
There was, I believe, 4 cell phones and 1 laptop.
Permission to approach the witness, Sheriff. And sir, I'm going to show you these two different flash drives. First, States 1, if you could take a moment and look at that. Do you recognize that flash drive?
I do.
How do you recognize it?
It's got my signature and badge number on it.
And what is States 1?
It says Brian's personal cell phone download.
Is that, have you had an opportunity to review that information on the flash drive?
I did.
And is that, when you reviewed it, was that a true and accurate copy of the full forensic download of Miles Bryant's personal cell phone?
It was.
You're at this time in tender States 1.
No objection.
State's Exhibit 1 is admitted without objection.
And I also have before you States Exhibit 2, another flash drive, if you could take a moment and look at that. And what is States 2?
Brian's work phone download.
And is your initials on that?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
And did you have an opportunity to review the full contents of States 2, that flash drive?
Yes.
And was that a true and accurate copy of the full forensic download of Miles Bryant's work?
It was.
At this time, we tender States 2.
No objection.
Okay, State's Exhibit 2 is admitted without objection.
And on those States 1 and States 2, on those devices, when you get a full download, what type of file is it?
It's called the Cellbrite Reader file. It's basically our main software. We have the full forensic suite. We basically are licensed to give out a reader to the detectives. That's a little stripped down program. It allows to take the whole data that Cellbrite processed and again give it to the detective is where they can read it. Like if they wanted to click text messages or documents, they can go through and click it and see what's in there.
And after you process those and got the full downloads on what we're seeing as States 1 and States 2, both the personal and work cell phone of Miles Bryant, what did you do with that data?
Once I collected it, gave it to Detective Carter.
So did you go and process this and look at the data in this case, or did you just give it to Detective Carter?
Just give it to Detective Carter.
And Corporal, I'm showing you what's been marked as States 19. If you could take a moment and look at that flash drive. Do you recognize the flash drive on States 19?
Yes.
How do you recognize that?
It's labeled Brian's computer download and my signature's on it.
And is that his work computer?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you had an opportunity to review the contents on that flash drive?
Yes.
And was it a true and accurate copy of the forensic download of Miles Bryant's work computer?
It was.
At this time, I tender States 19.
No objection.
State's Exhibit 19 is admitted without objection.
And again, Corporal, did you personally review the process and go into the actual data from States 19, the work computer from Miles Bryant?
No.
What did you do with that data?
Basically, you create an Axiom portable case. Same thing as like the Cellbrite Reader. It allows to take all the data that's found on that computer and gives it in a format where the detective can open that program and then go through it and search for things.
And you said Axiom. What is that?
By Magnet Forensics, it's a piece of software.
And the same questions as before. Is there any way that you could go in and change or alter or add any of that data onto that computer?
No.
One moment. Your Honor, that's all the questions I have at this time for Corporal Howard.
Okay, Ms. Tree?
Were you asked to do a dump of a cell phone belonging to someone named Zenobia Parks?
No, not the.
That's all I have. Thank you.
All right. Any
No
further?
further questions, Your Honor.
May we release this witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much.